Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Palladino, and I'm the owner of Complete Weddings and Events. Thanks for tuning in and showing some interest in this great video series. Over the next several weeks, we're going to progress through trying to answer or help you answer this question of how to enjoy your wedding planning without stress, without exceeding your budget. I know that from firsthand experience a few years ago, our daughter was married, and I got an opportunity to experience what it's really like to plan a wedding and also try to stay within budget, which is, I know, very, very, very challenging these days. The whole goal of this is to help you understand our perspective at Complete Weddings and Events, who we are, what makes us driven to perform and provide services for you, and our heart's desire. So all the things that we're going to be reviewing are questions that I'd received from responses from in a survey that I did, but also questions that brides continually and couples continually ask us as they're progressing through their planning. Our great desire is to be a wonderful resource for you, but also exemplify why we do what we do. So again, my name's Kevin. I'm the owner of the area in Austin, San Antonio, Houston, College Station, Waco, and West Texas for Complete Weddings and Events. I have a wonderful team of people that are actually on the ground at events serving, but also a few people that I wanted to highlight that you'll most likely be talking to if it's not me. We have Stephen, who is our operations manager, who is responsible to make sure that our DJ staff is equipped, trained, hired, ready to go. All the equipment is set and it's performing well, as well as the photo booth operators and all that equipment. Stephen is a very, very gifted wedding DJ himself. He has a long history of excellent service, which you're going to hear me talk about more, and I'm excited for you to connect with him. He's a very passionate guy. Then we have Shelby, who is, for all intents and purposes, really the one in charge, but she is in our office, answering the phones, making sure that the details of the event, as we increasingly get close to them, are ready, dialed in. Everything's all taken care of. Shelby is a master at details and administration. She also manages our photography, videography department. She does all the training and hiring, photo and video, as well as the post-production process. We actually edit all of the photos and videos in-house in a separate department. Shelby actually tracks all that, makes sure that we get that footage off and back and into our clients' hands. And then last but not least, we have Jeremy. And Jeremy is our sales manager, and he is super gifted at understanding what makes Complete tick, but also is very regimented about follow-up. I know that in today's world, between texting and emailing, calling, there's just so much going on. Jeremy is very, very good at follow-up, but also really passionate about what we do, which I'm very, very thankful for. Those three people I just mentioned to you, Stephen, Shelby, and Jeremy, are the foundation of what we strive to do in our business and how we go about doing that. From the very beginning days that I remember as a young man into high school, college, and then now in my professional life, I've been driven on relationships. And one of the things that I came across several years ago related to business is, and especially the service industry, is customer service. I came across this book by Ken Blanchard titled Raving Fans. And if you've not heard of that, it's a very short book, very entertaining actually to read, but it's really shaped me thinking about how I desire to provide services and in business. And so our greatest desire throughout Complete, what we strive to do is create raving fans. Now, it's super easy to say raving fan, but what that means is that somebody has such a unique experience in a positive light with Complete, that they can't help but talk positively about us. We know that there's lots of options out there in the wedding space, but we believe that we're a unique answer to your or someone planning their events problems. We do believe that we can help people enjoy their wedding planning, and we believe that we are the answer to helping them stay within budget. Okay, so over the next few weeks, we're going to process some questions, which I'm going to review here in a minute for you, that we did surveys on, that we asked a lot of people, and we continually hear this from our brides. These aren't all the questions you're asking, but I'm hoping through the process you get some insight on how we address those questions, then also how we are uniquely equipped and gifted to be your resource there. Okay, so without any further ado, we're going to jump right into this. The top questions asked, starting with the one we're going to review today, how to enjoy wedding planning without stress and without exceeding your budget, to how do I know if the DJ will be professional but fun and work with any crowd when you can't always meet them first. The third one, for the photographer and videographer, are you able to document and record the wedding accurately, subtly, and blend into the background in order to let the event be the event and not have only memory be the photography and the videography? Number four, factors in deciding if you should have a videographer at your wedding. 5, does using a multi-service company like Complete dilute the quality of service, product, and really save that much money? And number 6, don't I have plenty of time to book my wedding services? My wedding is actually 1.5 years away. Okay. Down below at the bottom of the screen, you'll actually see how we have ways to contact us. Call and text us anytime, 512-458-3535. That's our office number. I have people in the office that I mentioned to you 5 days a week and even on Saturdays. And then below that, you have our website, YouTube channel, and Vimeo channel, which you're going to find this video on there, but also just an crazy number of videos and examples of our work, which are really good for you to see. Okay. So how do you enjoy wedding planning without stress and without exceeding your budget? Are you feeling stressed today? Are you wondering how this is all going to get taken care of? To address some of these things, we want to take that stress away. We are a relationship organization. We realize we're going to be invited into the inner circle of your family and friends on the most special day, a huge milestone in your life. We also realize that you probably feel this way as well, that you're going to do business with people that you know, like, and trust. So I want you to hear this from the very top of the organization, which is me. We care. We don't say that just so you'll actually do business. We desperately want to be there for you, okay? We want to walk through this process with you in the very most professional way. We've been doing this a long time. A scary number of events that we've executed actually in just in the last year. In the Austin and San Antonio markets, we've executed over 820 special events. That might sound like an overwhelming number. And, if I sit back and think about it, it is. But the reality is we actually, because we care, we've spent a tremendous amount of time creating systems, training structures so that we can actually execute each one of those like it's my own daughter's. Okay. The history of Complete, we're actually a national organization, but we started back in the mid-'70s. We've been in the Austin area for about 20 years, and that's Central Texas. I'm actually the owner in multiple markets that allows us to have that tender loving care, if you will, across the state of Texas, right? Our greatest desire, as I mentioned before, and our primary goal is a raving fan, right? It's so easy to say, very, very challenging to do, but we're going to go out of our way to make sure that you're taken care of. One of the things that we'd love to be in, and to wake up in a world that's, full of milk and honey and no problems, right? But the reality is we live in a world that's broken. There's things that just aren't right that need to be made right. And there are things that just aren't going to go as planned, right? From flat tires to illnesses to arguments with our family and friends to just general disappointments. I want you to hear this, that we've created structures such as like an on-call staff member anytime we have an event, to operations on the weekend, it's somebody that can deal with equipment that may not be working, right? To even like requiring our like DJ and photo booth staff to arrive 2 hours early, even though it only takes about an hour to set up, just to make sure that things go well, right? All that to be said, that the reality is there's things that we don't even know that are going to happen, right? And it's the way that we approach those things that do happen, right? Which leads me into this, the people. We hire the very best people, the kind of people that can adapt to challenges, communicate well without losing their head and going crazy, to walking alongside and just being the resource, again, removing stress for you. We are going to be there. In the history of the company, we have not missed a service, an event. We've had people, get in car accidents. We've had people get sick right before the event. We've actually even had a videographer that on a regular traffic stop was stopped for a headlight being out, and come to find out he had some warrants that were out on him for not paying speeding tickets and parking tickets, and he was arrested. Needless to say, that was a little stressful, but that weekend he had a couple other events, and within 15 minutes we had it all taken care of by our staff. I want to tell you that's, and I was even dealing with that while I was traveling, not in the state of Texas, seeing family over the holidays. And I called my team and my office, and we attacked it, and within 15 minutes we had it all taken care of. We care. We're not going to take anything for granted. We're not going to just excuse things away. We're going to take full responsibility for things that we have control over. And it starts with this hiring and training of the very best, right? We're a small organization, a small company, but we have a lot of people involved, right? And one of our greatest challenges with any small business in today's age is that there's a lot of options for people to work on the weekends as part-time. So we have a lot of people showing interest in what we do, the creative juices in the Central Texas area specifically. A lot of people want to work with us because they know what we do, and we're super busy. And it's a great opportunity, but not everybody can work with us. The reason is that we really strive to provide that raving fan experience, and that, I can blow a hot air, all day long and tell you this is what we desire. But the reality is that the people at the events are the ones that are there the day of, making sure that things happen, right? And so I want to make sure that you understand that from me and my managers and leaders, that we demand that people serve from a heart level, right? And that's not something that you can fake, and you probably experienced it before. If you think back of positive customer experiences and negative ones, generally those people that are just really servant oriented are amazingly at service. I notice that all the time when my wife and I are out enjoying dinner, or maybe it's on vacation, and we just notice when people just generally care, and that's what we want you to experience, right? From myself, the owner, to our lighting technicians, we are a huge resource for you. We know that there's lots of decisions to be made. There's lots of pieces to the puzzle of your planning. And so we have relationships with numerous dozens, if not hundreds, of vendors in the areas that we operate in, from venues to caterers to officiants to floral to live musicians, rental companies. We can be a great resource for you. And when I say that, it's not, hey, I'll give you somebody to call or a company to call. It's actually going to be a person. I spent a lot of time, and it kind of feeds into this little point here about being connected. I spent a lot of time in our area working towards building relationships with other professionals. And when I say that, it's not like a casual, hey, I know this person. It's like I typically know why they do what they do, what drives them, a lot about their life in general. I'll go to networking events and, I'll have a conversation, very long conversation with one or two people over a several hour event. And I don't know how to do it any other way. I know a lot of people have lots of short conversations, but I really try to get to know people. And if you've experienced me at a bridal show or in a consultation, you'll know that about me. I like to understand people's story, right? So that I can speak into that and provide a resource for you, right? And so hopefully that gives you an idea of, like, as you're planning, that we can remove that stress by being that resource, by how much we care about the raving fan idea. But also, like, as you think about your wedding, booking multiple services within that same company, like Complete, will allow you to save those costs, right? And there's one other thing I wanted to show you on my screen here. It's a brochure. You might have seen this at a venue. You might have even seen that at a bridal show. This little thing, and I'm just going to cruise through here in a minute or two, to give you an idea of what our goals are, right? There's a lot of messaging related to being your party and partying like you. We know that you're different than your neighbor, your best friend, your boss, your coworker, right? You have different preferences. You have different idea of what your party is going to look like. Well, we're going to tap into that. We're going to listen really well. We're going to provide you tools to help you articulate to us what this party is going to look like, right? And so just hear us on this. We're not going to prescribe, hey man, if you want to have a great dance party, that your DJ needs to be playing this kind of music. Now, we may have some suggestions, but you're in the driver's seat. If you want to hear polka all night long, man, rock on. We'll get all the music you need, right? We're going to provide you resources for even our music library. We're going to, you're going to be able to tell us, like, hey man, I saw your library and there's some songs missing that I really want. We'll get them taken care of for you, man. We're going to go out of our way, again, to make sure that goes well. You'll be able to review this in the video in the future, but it just identifies photography, videography, DJ, photo booth lighting, even day of coordination as our core services. Each one of those things is customizable. We'd be happy to do that. Photography, we have all kinds of a product that we can add on, some packages included, but albums, prints, enlargements, and just all kinds of great things that we actually even produce internally. So you don't have to go source any of that. We make that readily available to you. I heard a statistic a few years ago, and I believe it's true because my daughter's in this category, but only about 20% of brides that actually get a signature release, meaning they get the rights to the images, the digital, images that we have. Only 20% of them ever do anything with those digital images. And the reason is that there's challenges in getting your flash drive, going out and uploading them to a site or taking them to a processor, which is your right to do because that's why we give you that, because you own the images. But we provide a great web design tool for you to actually get that taken care of. On top of that, our packages include great savings when you already were thinking about a photo album or a print or an enlargement. We give you a discount on that to just get it taken care of, right? So an example of us figuring out ways to help you save money, and a lot of that, again, comes out of my experience as a father of the bride a few years ago. Okay? Images on here just graphically, but high level, what's included in our photography, what's included in our videography, the DJ, what it looks like for us to execute that well, lighting, some options for you, and lighting. There's some great images on here of just purple color, white color, how it can really impact your event from a decor perspective, and just money on the dollar is saved there. Photo booth, which is really popular. We love our photo booth in that we actually create a keepsake scrapbook during the event. A lot of brides enjoy seeing this after the event. It's almost like a guest book registry, because you'll see pictures of your guests in there, and they'll include a message to you guys, and it'll be like a really great keepsake. A lot of photo booths in the industry now are going to more digital only. This actually gives them a takeaway at the event. So they get a copy. They'll actually get an email option if they want to get a digital copy. You'll always get a digital copy and a print as well. But a photo booth, what makes a photo booth, and hear me on this is the staff member. And again, customer service oriented. We only hire the best people that love to serve. You'll most likely find them with a prop on or two, and helping people, your guests, get their picture taken, right? And so super fun. And then last but not least, coordination, something that we added a couple years ago, and it came out of, honestly, an experience that I had at my daughter's wedding, that I really felt like that we could provide this as a resource, de-stress, because of the number of events we do, and the people we have. So again, at a high level, what's included with that, and some add-on options. And then finally, just saving. Man, there's just not enough money to go around, right? There's always way too many wants and desires and needs than we do have money for. So in addition to this raving fan experience, and actually part of it is that allowing us to serve you and helping you save money. Now, things that we provide on a professional level and the quality level, it does cost money, right? But we're constantly looking at our costs to figure out how we can help our brides, our couples, reduce that and still provide an amazing experience. And I got to tell you, we are in a great position, definitely not the cheapest in the market, nor are we the most expensive. We're really in a great sweet spot. The more services that you book with Complete, the more you save, right? If you booked all of our services, a minimum, it would be a $600 savings, most likely a little more than that. But because of our network nature and because of the work I've been doing, there's some things that if you would book all 6 services with us, which we do have brides do, we actually provide a free getaway car from your ceremony. Reception. And that's actually through a vendor partner I have in Central Texas that provides Teslas. So it's actually a Tesla Model X that we provide at our cost, not to you, for booking all 6 services all together. You're not going to find another company that's going to do that. And it's our gift to you for entrusting us with your day. Okay. So again, just a highlight review. You've maybe seen this before at a bridal show or a venue, but I wanted to give you kind of a highlight of who we are, what we do, our drive, and we're very excited about being an expert for you and progressing through those questions. So stay tuned. You'll find this video on our website, on our YouTube channel, and our Vimeo channel. And as we progress over the next few weeks, I encourage you to ask questions. The only way that we can help you is to know how to, right? Again, my team, Jeremy, Shelby, Stephen, and myself, Kevin, we want to be there for you. And help us help you. All right. So have a great afternoon. Have any questions, call us 512-458-3535, or you can email me, kevin@completetx.com. We will look forward to seeing you next time, and have a great day.